Hello, everybody. So my name is Marta McKim, and first and foremost, I'm a dancer. I'm also an artist and a designer. But when you're a dancer, you want to look fabulous, and you want to make, usually we end up making a lot of our costumes. And I'm always inspired to want to try to do new things. So I went to the Shopkeepers Mall in 2013, and I found these two door plates, and I was instantly freaked out and inspired. I took them and I grabbed them and I put them on every part of my body, trying to figure out where they wanted to be, and they wanted to be on my hips. And so I set out to make the most badass belt that I could. I wore this belt to all of the special occasions in my life, and meeting Joan Jett was definitely one of those. I wore that belt to a lot of different special occasions. Actually, I met a lot of different people in it, and it got a lot of exposure, and I felt pretty good about it, but I hadn't really done anything. So I started going crazy. I love to go to salvage places and dig through dirty bins and get dirty and find those perfect, beautiful things. I also love what's called new old stock, and that is anything that's brand new, never been used, but it's probably 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. So I love these things. Last year in 2017, I was pushed by my wonderful friend Ron Palmer to do the North End Urban Arts Festival put on by Armando, and I showed all of my belts there. I had amassed quite a large quantity at that point. I didn't sell anything, but I knew that at that point I wanted to get serious. So I went ahead and I had a logo made, and I utilized the keyholes, which were cornerstone to the design that I use. Everything in my life is atomic, and so I called it Atomic Armour, and this was the logo that I used for that. I also knew that a lot of the stuff that I was using wasn't necessarily appropriate to be put on belts. A lot of it was maybe 150 years old, so I decided to reserve some of those things for fine jewelry. This is a piece of casket hardware. I'm thinking about doing a subdivision called Haunted Hardware. Might sell even better. So then I decided, wouldn't it be great if you could have a belt that would fit you no matter what? And so I built this belt, and it has a place where it has a bunch of snaps, and one of the snaps can come apart if you're wanting to go a little bit bigger, but you want to cover it up with something pretty, so I made these little sunflowers that cover up the snaps. Then I went crazy and I thought, what if I made a belt that was made in 4 quadrants and it could fit any dancer no matter what the size they were? So I did this one, and I played with it and played with it, and after a time I realized that I could take all 4 quadrants and put at the smallest, and it would be the picture on the left here. That's a 28-inch waist size or hip size. But then the exact same belt taken apart with all the snaps could go all the way to a 41 size. That way, I realized that I could fill a niche that was desperately needed in my community, and I think it was just people in general. So then I decided to go ahead and make the place if you're gonna have a space and you have to take out your belt a little bit, then why not cover it? Why not add things so you could put like drapey things on it? My brain started completely going totally crazy with this whole idea, and I couldn't wait to get working on it. Then I decided that I would just make lots of little components so you could mix or match your own belt and do whatever you wanted. You could make it your size, you could change it, you could mix or match, you could trade with your friends, there could be premium ones. My brain was just absolutely exploding. And so I kept saying, oh, snap, because the whole system is made with these snaps. And so that's what I'm gonna call this particular line from my Atomic Armour is OhSNAP. I'm super excited about the whole thing. I think that it's really going to, it's just gonna offer an amazing way for anybody to be able to design their own belt, have fun, look beautiful and fierce. And all of these pieces and parts are one of a kind and handmade by me. And also, so the real reason that all of this came to be is because we want to look as fabulous as possible as dancers. And I am ultimately, at the end of the day, a dancer. And so I wanted to show you what the OhSNAP belt looks like on a costume.
OhSNAP? Woo!